Hi everybody, Hugo here. As you can tell, I'm sailing, and SVB has been sending me some products to get this boat ready to sail. So I took the opportunity to make some review of these products and make some little tutorial videos. Hope you can find these helpful for you. Take care and fair winds. Right, Hugo here in the middle of the Atlantic. It's a bit of a change from the shipyard, but it's definitely a better place to talk to you about safety gear and what I use for personal safety on the water, either when I'm racing or when I'm cruising. One thing I would not get out on the water without is obviously a life jacket. I try to wear it as much as possible, either you're cruising or you're racing on a boat that has crew that has more than one people on board. I really recommend, and even if you're by yourself, I really recommend having AIS Mob Beacon. So what is an AIS Mob Beacon? It's a man overboard beacon, so it will signal your location using AIS, the same thing that boat has. It's a little transceiver. I have it on me right now in my life jacket. Let me show you this. I remember which side it's on. Yes, it's here. See, I have it right here. I open this. Here is the beacon. Yeah, if you pull this little tab and pull this up, it will trigger and send an AIS signal. There is a little antenna that bursts, and it will send an AIS alarm onto any ships that's around. This can have a coverage, a reasonable coverage within 2 miles. I think it's given for 4 miles, but within 2 miles you get all ship with an AIS receiver that will get mob alarm on their screens. Super important. Why? Because if you're sailing single-landed, well, if there is a boat in the area, if you're racing, for example, there will be probably competitor around you who will see this. He will locate you to a precision of about 2 meters. But also, any ship in the area will receive that message, and most importantly, your own ship will receive the message. So it means that if you're on a crew, you will have displayed on the screens of the chartboarders on the boat an AIS mob signal with a sound alarm and everything. You can even assign the MMSI number. Each one of these beacons have an MMSI number, and you can assign the name of this beacon into your chartboarder. We will say like Hugo is in the water, basically. So super important to have it. This can also be triggered by the inflation of your life jacket. So in the box where this comes with, there's a little ribbon that pulls the tab when it inflates, and it will automatically start sending your position. Super important to attach it to the inside of the life jacket. But yeah, this is a really important emergency feature that, in my opinion, you should always have with you in your life jacket, and wear your life jacket as much as possible when you are on deck, because this will save your life. If you're under spinnaker and you're going fast, it will take time for your crew to turn around and come pick you up. If they have an AIS, a live AIS, plotting your position, accurate to about 2-3 meters, this will help you to be saved greatly. That's the number one beacon I always have, on the life jacket, and I would recommend to anyone that's sailing, cruising, or racing. And because obviously, it's hard to always wear your life jacket, so sometimes you don't have it with you, even if you should. And it's also a good extra safety if you're sailing offshore, so in areas where there will be less boats around you, and especially if you're sailing single-handed, I would really recommend to also have Another beacon that I have, on me, super small, AIS Beacon. If you're familiar with the equipment you have on your boat, you should have, it's mandatory in most countries, an EPIRB. It's emergency positioning something radio beacon. It's a thing that is about this big that sends a signal through satellite off to all the MRCCs around the world, and that says like there is an emergency at this location. Well, this EPIRB off your boat can have a replica that fits in your pocket, and it's called a PLB, Personal Location Beacon. This little thing will do exactly the same thing as the EPIRB. It has a code at the back that you register, and you say like, I'm sailing on this boat with this many people on board, I'm taking part into this regatta, or I'm cruising from point A to B, which is this, and you try to keep this information updated. Yeah. If you fall in the water, you leave this tab, you press for blah 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 5 seconds, and this same thing will send an emergency location to satellite with your GPS position. The difference with the AIS is that the AIS just broadcasts within a radius of 2-3 miles. This broadcasts to the satellite, so even if you're in the middle of the Atlantic or the middle of the Pacific, someone will get this emergency signal with a position, and this stays up to about 24 hours. So also great to have it with you. You can put it in your life jacket. You can also, for me, I try not to have like everything in the same place. I try to have this in my pocket and the AIS in my life jacket. So I always have at least one of the beacons with me. But yeah, these two are super important piece of equipment. That's for your safety. The price of these things has dropped quite a bit in the last few years. It's really a shame not to have these with you, really, because it can and it will save your life if you go overboard. It's super small. This one, for example, is valid until 2029, so it's in general it has a 5 to 10 years life battery duration. So it's an investment you make, and that will last for many years. And even if you go on a boat of a friend, you can bring it with you and just have it and be safe, really. And just if you go on a boat of a friend, remember to go on your country's registration page for these kind of devices, and keep the information updated about which ship you're sailing on, with how many people, etc., because if this triggers in the middle of the ocean, they will go to this web page and look, okay, where is these people sailing to, with how many people, and they're not going to send the same help your way if you're single-landed on a small boat, or on a 20 meters boat with 10 people. So yeah, have these, keep them updated, and it will eventually save your life. Right, as a bonus for this safety video, I'm going to talk to you about fire extinguisher. It might look really similar to the one you have on board, except that this one says in German Feuerlöscher, something that's supposed to mean water with foam and additive, or something like that. Anyway, the classic fire extinguisher you'll have in the basic kit you'll buy in your local store will be powder. Powder is great because it's classified for any type of fire, but if it's classified for any type of fire, it also mostly sucks at any type of fire. Also, the problem with powder is the moment you trigger it and you spray it, in your engine room or anywhere in your boat, it's gonna spread powder everywhere inside the boat, and all your electronics, all your fine electronics are basically fucked. When this one, foam with additive, or water with foam additive, is basically gonna be more efficient at whatever you're trying to do, because what's more likely to happen in a boat is gonna be engine room fire or galley fire. This will work really well for these, and it has the advantage of it's gonna soak wherever you're trying to use this one, but it won't mess up with everything around, because the powder is so volatile that will get in any corner of your boat. I'd much rather have these that the same weight as the powder ones, just much more efficient. So yeah, I would recommend Extinguisher, whatever, water additive fire extinguisher. Take care.